Qui-Gon Jinn is one of the most remarkable Jedis of his era, and that is because he's not corrupted by politics or war, and simply trusts and acts with the Force. He is a true Jedi. Yet despite all this, he's not on the Jedi Council. So why is that? Well, it all starts in 40 BBY, 8 years before his demise at the hands of Darth Maul. Qui-Gon had just gotten back from a mission with Obi-Wan. During that mission, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan had had some miscommunication issues, as well as other things. Back then, they didn't get along so well. As Qui-Gon had just finished informing the Council about the mission, they tell him that Master Depatian is retiring from the Council next month. Qui-Gon then says, "That is our loss," to which Mace replies by saying, "We hope it will be our gain." And then unexpectedly he says, "Qui-Gon Jinn, we hereby offer you a seat on the Jedi Council." Qui-Gon was shocked. There was no way in a million years that Qui-Gon ever thought he would be on the Council. This is obviously because of the fact that he was always butting heads with them, as demonstrated in Episode 1. They said that it might be a good idea to have a new perspective on the Council. Yoda then said, "Consider carefully you must. No hasty answer should you give, Qui-Gon then said that he would meditate on it. Mace then pointed out that this could fix the problem that Qui-Gon was having with Obi-Wan. This is because it's not allowed for a council member to have a Padawan. Exceptions could be made, but it was very difficult to be on the council while having an apprentice. And then that's where it just clicked for Qui-Gon. He had completely forgotten about Obi-Wan and what might happen to him. As he left the council chambers, the idea of joining them didn't feel as good and as happy as it should have been. It was more of a sense of loss that he was feeling. The next day, the council tells him about the new mission that he has to embark on. A little bit after that, Yoda calls him on the hologram. He called to mostly talk about the mission, but during the conversation, Qui-Gon replies to one of Yoda's comments by saying, "If you did, you wouldn't have picked me to be on the council, would you?" "Pick you? I did not. Unsuited you are, in many ways. Yet the council has spoken, and by that decision, I shall stand." So Yoda basically just told Qui-Gon that he didn't want him on the council, and that he was unsuited for it. This slightly hurt Qui-Gon, but he still hadn't made a decision. Qui-Gon then went on the mission he was assigned to with Obi-Wan. Long story short, there was a coronation and a treaty that would be signed along with it. Qui-Gon didn't want the treaty to be signed, but Obi-Wan did, as it was the will of the council. Qui-Gon ended up having a dream. No, not a dream, a vision of the coronation. And in it, there was screaming and bloodshed. The Force was telling him to stop this treaty, but nobody understood. He perfectly described the setting, despite never having seen it. He knew that it was a vision, and that something bad would happen. But again, nobody believed him, not even his own apprentice. The council thought that he had gone mad, and they regretted not listening to Yoda about him not being on the council. However, Yoda said that what's done is done, and he can't take back their invitation. Qui-Gon got another vision, or more of the same vision. This was the nail in the coffin for Qui-Gon, and he knew for a fact that something bad was going to happen. Unfortunately, there was nothing Qui-Gon could do to stop the ceremony. As it was happening, Qui-Gon just wanted to believe that he was wrong and everything would be okay. Everything was smooth until the princess, who had now just become queen, stabbed the Skykeeper with the ceremonial knife that he gave her. Everything was coming to pass, and Qui-Gon had been right. Or should I say the Force was right. In the end, both Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon obviously survived, and they resolved the issue. However, things would have gone a lot more smoothly if the council trusted Qui-Gon's judgment. He realized that the Force was more important than being on the council. The council was not the place for Qui-Gon, as he would just get into disputes about things that they didn't understand. Qui-Gon didn't necessarily care about the rules all that much. He cared about the Force. He wasn't into politics and all these rules that was set upon the Jedi by the Republic. Qui-Gon is an outsider who trusts the Force above all else, which is why he's one of the truest Jedi to ever live. He was not suited for the council, and so he denied their invitation. On top of that, after that mission, he got along a lot better with Obi-Wan, and he didn't want to lose him, so he made the call to stay where he is. And that is the real reason as to why Qui-Gon is not on the council. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to the channel to not miss out on any more videos like this. Click the video on screen. And apart from that, have a great day.